In the third West Coast Conference men's basketball quarterfinal game, top seed Gonzaga defeats 8th seed LMU 83-69. With the victory, the Bulldogs move on to the semifinal round. They'll take on number 4 seed San Francisco on Monday evening here at Orleans Arena. We're joined now by Gonzaga head coach Mark Few, along with student athletes Jonathan Williams III and Killian Tilley. Coach Few, we'd like to begin with you, an opening statement on the game.
Well, hey, these first-round games are always tough. I mean, our history, we found they're very, very tough, and you look across the landscape of college basketball, and they've pretty much all been very similar to this. So I thought Loyola really brought it tonight and did a really good job physically competing, and it took us a while to kind of adjust to the physicality, and then especially on the offensive end in the first half, and then the second half, Bateman got going like he has as of late, and was a handful. But we were really, really good on the offensive end, and that's kind of what won the game for us going down the stretch.
Thanks, Coach. We'll take questions from media members. If you have one, please raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone to you. Let us know your name and affiliation. We'd like to start with questions for student athletes first, please. Go here towards the back.
Hi, Spencer McLaughlin, KSU. Jonathan, it looked like the officials were being pretty touchy down low in terms of what they were calling and not allowing you guys to be too physical. How do you adapt your style of play to what the officials are calling to still be so effective?
I mean, every game is going to be different, so you just have to adjust to the officials. And I think they did an okay job, but I'm just out there just to put the ball in the hoop and get rebounds and play hard for my teammates and my coaching staff. So.
John.
John Krumpecker, West Coast Conference Sports. To Jonathan, did you expect this kind of a fight from LMU? At least for the first 30 minutes, they didn't back down a bit. Was this what the kind of team you expected to see in this game?
In my opinion, I feel like wherever team you're playing, it's like if they lose, they go home. So they gave it their all. So they fought extremely hard, and it's gonna be like this for the rest of the year.
We'll go over here to Will on our left.
Will Moppin, Mid-Major Madness for Killian. You're 5 of 5 from 3. That's the most you've ever taken and the most you've ever made in a game. How are you feeling it out there tonight?
I think I was feeling great. Threes. The last couple months, feeling great. So I just keep taking my shots, and tonight went in. So it was great.
Jackson Frank, Gonzaga Bulletin. This is for either Coach Few or Jonathan. Really felt like early in the second half there was kind of concerted effort to feed you the ball down low. Was that something you talked about at halftime, or did it just kind of come naturally with the flow of the game?
Repeat the question again.
Sorry. Really felt like there was a concerted effort to feed you the ball down low in the second half. Was that the game plan? Did you talk about that at halftime, or how did that kind of come about? Just
the flow of the offense, and me, Josh, and Silas were able to find me the ball, and Tilly as well. But just the flow of the offense. No matter who scored the ball along, so you can get great shots, good quality shots. That's all that matters. And we did that in the second half. That's why we was able to build that lead. So.
Additional questions for student athletes or for Coach Few?
Spencer McLaughlin with KSU. Coach Few, looking at the box score, you guys were 74% from the field in the second half and 44% in the first half. What adjustments did you make at halftime, and what were you telling your team in the locker room?
We needed to toughen up a little bit. They were kind of shoving us around. It was a very physical game. A lot of stuff was they were letting go, and we weren't adjusting to that very well. I thought we adjusted better, and then we definitely moved the ball much better in the second half.
We'll go to John.
Yes, to Killian, would you say the way your team played in the last 10 minutes is indicative of the kind of team you are, as opposed to maybe the first 30? That last 10 minutes was pretty forceful. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, of course. The first 30 minutes we were not playing hard. They were taking the ball from us, and we were not moving the ball. And the last 10 minutes we were playing harder and more aggressively, and just moving the ball, playing together, and then we got open shots, so it's better for our offense.
Any other questions for the Bulldogs? Last one, John.
Mark, if you would, can you just look ahead a bit to USF and your thoughts on the Dons just in general?
Well, it'll be tough. It'll be tough. They played us really tough both times this year. Great shooters. Point guards playing great. So another game just like this.
Congrats on the win. We'll see you Monday.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah. We'll see you soon. Congrats, guys. Yeah. We'll see you soon. As far as we know, it's still just Bateman. As far as we know, it's Bateman. Haven't heard any differently.
on the total of that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, Jamie.
Joining us now from Loyola Marymount University is head coach Mike Dunlap, along with student athlete James Bateman. Coach, we'd like to begin with you, an opening statement on the game, please.
Proud of the way that we played, obviously. Rebounding became the difference in the game. It's that simple. They got a lot of easy baskets off of second shots, but it was certainly a well-played game by both teams.
Thanks, Coach. We'll take questions from media members. If you got them, let us know. We'd like to start with questions for James Bateman, please. We'll start with Sammy in the back.
Sammy O'Brien from the W.TV. James, Mark Few described your performance as being quite a handful. What were you able to do to disrupt that team?
Well, I was able to get inside the lane to get teammates open, and my teammates set great screens for me to get open. And I just try to stay aggressive in attack mode to keep them on their heels so we can get a chance. And then we also were in a bonus, so we got a chance to, get to the free throw line. So that was a positive for us.
We'll go to Jim here on our left.
Hey, James, they tried a lot of different guys on you, and I think they went zone for a stretch, too. At the very end, they put Rui on you, the taller 6'8". Did that have an impact on you?
Well, I mean, Coach Mark Few is a good coach, so the strategies was pretty good. I didn't feel like it really affected me too much. I just stayed playing in the game plan and tried to get my team to win, but we fell short.
Other questions for James or for Coach Dunlap? We'll go back to Sammy in the back.
This is for both of you guys. The season that you guys had was pretty strong with such a young team. You guys have a lot to look forward to coming back next year. Just if you could look back a little bit on the season that you had.
Well, it was a great season for us, as in lessons learned. I feel like we got a lot of growth from the beginning of the season towards the end of the season, and we got a lot of young players who got great experience for next year. So it's a pretty positive future looking next year, but I felt like they gave it their all, so that's the great thing about the team.
Well, there was an upward trend that people could see, not only in terms of the one-possession games, but with some momentum going into this, and then it was measurable with just the naked eye of tonight's performance. So, yeah, I think those seeds are there. We made a choice to go young, and we knew that we would have to wear that. And I think we wore it in a way that those lessons learned each time out, we looked at it that way. The story within the story is the esprit de corps, or with losing those close games, there was no drama within our team. And to be able to carry on throughout the season and not have that is exceptional in this day and age of social media. So I just think that our guys did a good job of pushing all the negativity away that comes with any team that doesn't have a winning record.
Any other questions for LMU? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.